Man, plus, man, we need to talk a little bit about the documentary, man, the Kanye documentary. What is it called? The
Jeen-Yuhs.
yeah, Jeen-Yuhs.
Jeen-Yuhs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I checked it out, man. You know, I don't know what if it was some things on there that kind of stood out, you know, that we didn't already hear before. You know, I think a lot of what we watched was the stories that we've been hearing about. We got a chance to see some of that stuff, you know. We got to witness and to see the visuals of some of the stuff that they have been talking about.
Right.
You know, on this first installment. I think there's going to be like 3 installments. I heard him say on the actual documentary that what's his name? Cootie had a 7-hour documentary. They said the documentary is 7 hours.
Right, so they break it down into pieces.
Yeah, it's being broken up into pieces. So Cootie, or not Cootie, what's his name?
I think that is it.
Okay, yeah, but they saying that he got 7 hours of that documentary. I think the first installment was like 2 hours. So I think they're gonna do it in 3 installments. This first one was just kind of an introduction to how Ye got started and everything. One of the things that did stand out to me was his mom's ability to talk direct to him.
Right.
You know, and the way that she did it. Mm-hmm. You know, she did it in a gentle way.
Yeah.
You know, like when she talked to him about his arrogance and not
right.
You know,
but she said, but at the same time said, no, I don't think you're arrogant. but
it's gonna come across like that.
Yeah, people gonna look at it like that. Yeah.
You know, and I think that, you know, I think the way that she did it was smooth, you know, and it translated well to Kanye. Because his feedback was cool. But one of the things too that I thought was interesting was that it seemed like that's just genuinely Ye.
Yeah, I think so. I think he genuinely who he is, but I also think that you can tell, like, well, I think a lot of his arrogance might come from his mama really, really admires him. His mama really loved him, and like you can see like her like when they're interacting, you can see that she constantly giving him big ups. You know, just feeding you know his not just his confidence, but his sense of worth, you know, and I think that's important. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I don't. You know, it's a whole lot. I might not agree with Ye on, but I think, you know, I think that Donda, you know, just seeing her react with Kanye gives a good understanding of you know, why he feels, you know, empowered to do some of the things he's been able to do.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that, man. I think that her interaction with, and you know, and I think that, you know, if a lot of our homes was like that, we as a group we'd be more successful. Right. You know, where I think she. And this is just my opinion on this. I think she properly nurtured him,
right,
in his confidence, you know. And now that I actually see that, I actually don't see Ye as arrogant as I seen him. I think he got a little chip on his shoulder, but you know, and I say this all the time, but like I'm a coach, you know, I coach sports, and like I purposely put a little chip on the shoulder of my quarterbacks and whoever my defensive play caller is, right? And when I'm coaching basketball, I do the same to my point guard,
right?
I pump them up because they have to, just what you said, they have to see the value in themselves so that they can make the other people around them better.
Right.
And when you, and I think that's what she did. She got Kanye to see the value in his own self, and sometimes, a lot of times, not sometimes, that comes off as arrogant, but I think that she did something great for Kanye. She make him feel like, and made him feel like there's nothing he can't do.
Right.
He don't second guess his ability to do anything.
Right. At the same time, while teaching him how to appear to stay grounded.
Right. I thought she did a good job with that, and that's the thing too, man. I think that a lot of times we beat our children down mentally. We call them all kinds of names. We say all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we done beat the dreams out of them. Not necessarily physically anymore, but I mean, in our generation, they were physical and everything. But still, I think sometimes, like, like psychologically and verbally, you when your child says something and you're like, you can't do that. Why can't they? I don't care what it is. I don't care if they trying to go to Mars. Why not? Right.
I seen a little thing of Jay-Z talking, and he was talking about his uncle told him, man, you can't sell 1 million records.
Right.
He was talking about how his uncle was projecting his own fears onto him.
Yeah.
Or trying to, and then Jay-Z, we look at Jay-Z now, if he would have, took that advice or took that, what he said to heart, then he probably wouldn't be in the position he in right now, and I think the same is with Kanye. I think that he's where he's at right now because his mom instilled in him that you can do anything you want to do. Can't nobody stop you but yourself.
Right.
And that's a great thing,
I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I think in African American communities, I think sometimes we think that we're helping our child by giving them a harsh reality. When in reality, sometimes that might be your harsh reality, but that don't mean it's theirs. That they might transcend everything that you think is a limitation. It may have just been a limitation on you. It may have been a limitation based on race or whatever else in the past. But whatever the case, does not mean that they can't that they can't go beyond that. And I think, like you said, is we have to be careful not to impose our own insecurities, impose our own limitations onto our children's and nieces and nephews and everybody else, because it's easy to do sometimes, and we don't even realize it, because sometimes it seems unattainable, and that's because it's unattainable to you.
Right.
But that don't mean nothing. I don't care. I don't care if you want to. My children tell me if they want to be a superhero. Okay, you could be a superhero. Shit, whatever it is.
And that's kind of how, and that's how Donda raised him. Like when he wanted to be he wanted to be a producer,
Mm-hmm.
and a rapper, but what she did was she went and supported that as opposed to crush it.
Mm-hmm.
She still wanted him to go to school because you can kind of hear that she was still a little bit salty that he didn't finish college, and he had called his record college dropout.
Like, right. Yeah.
She felt a little kind of way about that, especially being a college professor herself.
Right.
But she didn't let that interfere with her aiding him in his dream. She wouldn't have placed him with no ID and dang, I'm doing like Kanye.
You done forgot my man name. He about to drop a diss record on. He about to drop a diss record on YouTube, bro.
That was crazy though. That whole situation with them with the diss record. And imagine Kanye didn't find out about that until he got back to the city. And he
had just kicked it with him too. Like kicked it with him. And then he on the radio. And my man dissing him. But I mean, I understand how it is sometimes. What was dude's name? Doug? What? No, it was I forget. Was it Doug Infinite or?
Man, I can't. For some reason, his name slipped in my mind, and I knew about him before the documentary, and I can't think because I actually heard Kanye bring him up before.
Yeah, but him and No ID were folks that his mom brought him around as a teenager when he was like 13. And she saw what they were doing and saw he had that interest and said, look, and he talked about it right on the documentary that, I got my son some equipment. Can you help him out?
Right. Can you teach him how to do it? And that's the thing, I tell my children all the time, try some stuff.
Right.
You don't know who you are or what your final interest is gonna be until you explore some things that you like. I tell them all the time, try some stuff. I'll back you in it. We done spent money on tennis lessons and all kinds of stuff, we spend money on to see, to back their interest to see if we don't know who they are. We don't know who our children are. They might be the cure for cancer.
Yeah.
They might be they asking for this science set and you don't go get it, but they the cure for cancer.
Yeah.
They asking for it. They the people to solve the whole COVID epidemic. They the people to discover the next planet that's inhabitable by Earthlings.
Right.
We don't know who these people are. Mm-hmm. And we don't know what their capacity is. And one of the mistakes that we do make is just like we said, because it's not in our brain, to do what they dreaming about doing. It don't mean that they can't do it, like let them try. Imagine W.E.B. Du Bois parents telling him, shut up or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, you got to think about like in the time when he grew up, they probably had to shut up just to not be lynched and stuff,
Right.
So like you had like that, they probably had to tell their children things like that because it was such a time where even speaking up could be hazardous to your health. But you still got those people who broke through and those people who made history. And I think that a lot of times it is thanks to those parents who knew how to keep their children with a healthy self-esteem, keep their children with a healthy balance of belief in themselves.
Right. Yeah, man. And I just I'm waiting on the next one. we gonna do reactions on all of them, right? Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to these videos, man.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think.
What y'all think about what's y'all reactions to Kanye West whole situation. Let us know what y'all think about his new stems player. check out the video to see what's up on the stems player, and let us know what y'all think, man. Let us know what y'all think about the whole Kanye thing right now. And we're gonna do another reaction on this, so y'all tune in, man, for our reaction to the Kanye West documentary, man.
Dope. It's been real, bruh.
It's been raw.
No condemnation.
No condemnation.
Peace.